and social studies. So we're going to determine the central ideas, context, and conclusion of the text in which we are reading. Okay, so what is the goal? Let's take a look at this. First thing we're going to do is determine the central ideas of the text. There's no sense in reading if you don't understand what it is that you're reading. We need to figure out what the main ideas are, the central ideas, and kind of jot them down somewhere if possible. Maybe on that scrap piece of paper, maybe in the margin if you can write on the test. But put them down somewhere so you have a quick reference point, like we talked about in one of the earlier videos. You want to summarize your complex concepts, processes, or other information in that text, and make sure that you can form an argument, or what they call a claim in some classes, and use specific evidence to support that. All right, because that's the whole idea. Figure out what it is that you're trying to say, and figuring out what you need to give specific details about or specific references from a reading passage that help support the claim in which you are making.
And these are things you guys are already doing every day. If you're trying to negotiate with your parents to extend your curfew, get out of chores.
Get out of chores, yeah. I'm always trying to get out of chores.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't get out of this chore, though, that's for sure.
Feeling the love, Mr. Turner, feeling the love. All right. So our post-it summaries. In this strategy, you're going to take a large chunk of text, maybe from a textbook or from an article, and place post-it notes in the margin. Please don't write on the textbooks. We do need them back, and nobody wants to send out a bill for that. What you're going to do with these post-it notes is write down your thoughts, summaries, or questions that you've got about reading. And this process can be more involved by adding symbols or specific tasks. And then, for example, this with a nonfiction book, you can include post-its in the margins that have that symbol, like a question mark. Where did you have a question? Star indicates something that really grabbed your attention, might be important for later on. We see this a lot in history. Not so much in science, though, because science doesn't matter.
Science is nothing but matter, okay? Just to let you know. I know, that's right, whatever that means.
Set that joke up for you.
Yeah, okay.
At the end of the assignment, post-it notes are gathered, and then one thing you can do is tape it to a piece of paper, and you can actually finish this for a timed writing exercise. You can use all the questions you have to work with your peers, to work with a partner, and come up with some kind of written summary, as well as identify all the questions that you have. And you can use the same way for textbooks, articles, or other basic reading material that you can't write in. Again, please don't write the textbooks. The parent share. You've probably heard this phrase before, and the idea can vary from class to class. Basically, you take an article or a section of reading, and you write down 3 main points of the text. Things that are really important, things that grabbed your attention. And you're going to compare the 3 points with the person sitting next to you, and then discuss which is the most important point. The next part is you actually work with your partner to combine your 3 points into a single main idea. As an extension of this, you can then meet up with a peer study group and have a giant discussion over a very large cup of coffee.
All right, let's talk about highlight in this strategy. So this is where you read a text that you can actually write on, like a news article or like copies of text and stuff like that.
Nice copyright infringement.
That's right, that's right. As a class or in small groups, discuss why the text is confusing and discuss strategies for figuring out what the author means. Try to get in the head of the author, like what it was that they were trying to say to you. What facts are they trying to spew out at you? Like, these things are very important. Okay, try to figure out the meaning of words by reading it out aloud, perhaps skipping over things you weren't sure about and coming back to them. It's okay to make guesses as well. Just make sure that you're really paying attention to what you're reading and go back and forth and check things so that you know your own point and you can do the best job you can.
The cause and effect. So we love doing this in history. We look at what was the cause of this event, what were the various effects, how did it trickle down, how did it explode in another part of the world. And it's a great way to write, it's a great way to analyze, great way to read with a purpose. You identify causes and effects from the text that you're reading. And this might not work for all of your assignments. So think about that. You can use change in continuity. You can use similarities and differeces. In science, you could use the procedure and the outcome, hypothesis, data and conclusions, or fact opinion.
Are you making fun of my words in science?
Nope, not in the least.
Okay, it sounds like you are, but that's all right.
No, of course not. Why would I do that?
Let's move on.
The chart method, which you can also use, can document your thoughts, but it really relies on you already knowing what the material is. So you're going to have to plan ahead if you want to use the chart method.
All right, concept mapping. Now we use this all the time in science. Like you put one central thing in the middle, and then from there you start bridging out, and it helps you figure out a plan. Doesn't matter what you're talking about. Maybe it's the heart. You want to know what vessels are leaving the heart, what vessels are coming back to the heart, where are they going, what happens once it gets there. I know right now in my Foundations of Medicine class, we're talking about the heart and where blood goes and the gas exchange that happens at the lungs. So using these concept maps can really help you pinpoint things down and find out where you're going. Okay, it's like a I don't even know. Concept mapping forces you all to think about difficult ideas in a non-linear way. Okay, because we all know that the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, but so, I thought they were going to turn the bells off for this.
I thought they were too.
Oh, you know what? It's time for me to go. I guess you have to take over.
Nice try.
All right,
Talk faster.
Where the love go? Uproar.
There was never
I
any.
know Little Wayne songs. Don't make me start singing.
Please
Okay.
do so.
So now, you must first decide what the main ideas are, then connect the main ideas to a small supported details, and then show how the concepts all relate to one another. All right. While this is not exactly a summary, it does require students to synthesize and organize information. And the main idea, and the main ideas of imply, or is that of implied? What is that? In the map's main concept, you could tell that somebody else wrote this.
Yeah, way to pin that on me.
But anyway, so let's just go ahead and summarize what this means. So students can use these concept maps to organize a news article that they read or information in a textbook. There are many programs out there to assist students, and a lot of times you can find these concept maps already out there in the Google world. All right, so use that to your advantage.
Don't tell them that.
Why not? What's wrong with Google?
Google's evil, children. It's evil.
Oh, here she goes. No, Mark Zuckerberg might be evil.
They did not have Google Mapping
Facebook,
in the reign of Henry
uproar.
VIII, and they did just
5,
fine.
4, 3, 2. I let the one go. All right, here we go. Anyway,
What is that?
so questions again. Feel free to email Miss Brennan,
And Mr. Turner.
but more importantly, Miss Brennan. And we look forward to hearing from you.
Yeah. Have a great day, guys. Thanks for listening, and cheers to y'all.